My dream turned into a nightmare real quick, and I never expected this to happen my freshman year.
Welcome back to ABC 7 at 4, everyone. I'm Mark Ross. That was Deuce Benjamin, one of the plaintiffs in a lawsuit calling his freshman year on the New Mexico State University men's basketball team a nightmare. This after Deuce, his father, and another former player, Shaq Onadenawu, filed a lawsuit against the NMSU Board of Regents, former head coach Greg Heyer, assistant coach Dominique Taylor, and 3 former players, DeShondre Washington, Kim Aiken Jr., and Dr. Bradley. That lawsuit alleges those 3 players just mentioned sexually assaulted both Deuce and Shaq for months on end, and the coaches who were told about it simply did nothing. ABC 7's Rachel Phillips was at that news conference where Deuce, his father, and Shaq spoke. She joins us live from outside the Pan American Center. Rachel.
Mark, that was actually the first time we got to hear from those 3 plaintiffs since they filed that lawsuit. And you heard Deuce there call his experience in his first year playing basketball with NMSU a nightmare. And look, things got a lot more emotional from there. Deuce actually reached his breaking point at one point and had to stop talking for about 30 seconds. That was at the time he told us that what he experienced has changed him forever. Shaq echoed those sentiments, telling us that in their freshman year, they should have been worried about how they make an impact on the court, not about feeling safe. Something, it's clear, neither felt for months on end as they alleged they were sexually assaulted by 3 of their former teammates. Shaq was a part of the team last season under head coach Chris Jans as a redshirt freshman, and he told us this would have never happened because the culture was different and there was an authority figure in charge. Coach Benjamin also told us that the kind of behavior never existed when he was an Aggie, and it would have never been tolerated.
As a parent, I have been made to feel I was crazy for asking questions and having expectations of those questions being answered. My child has been failed. My family has been failed. And as a father, I feel like I failed my son for putting him in this situation.
I'm proud of myself that I survived those days when I felt I couldn't. Pain makes you stronger, and I'm still fixing myself every day.
Now, about an hour after that news conference ended, NMSU released the findings from outside law firm Greenberg Traurig into that hazing investigation. Now, the firm was not looking into validating those hazing claims, but rather looking into how NMSU handled the claims. Now, they recommended 2 different things. Number 1, to retain a third party to help them to revise the existing training modules on hazing and sexual assault. And number 2, to have that third party also look at the reporting structure of a claim like sexual assault. Now, Mark, coming up on ABC 7 at 5, listen and watch the moment that Deuce Benjamin breaks down into tears. For now, reporting live outside the Pan American Center with our New Mexico Mobile Newsroom, Rachel Phillips, ABC 7.